A bold and beautiful movie, where a beautiful wife is irresistibly drawn to a mechanic. To know where their passionate affair leads them, watch the full episode. We see Sonny Jordan. He is traveling from city to city in search of a job. He finally ends up in Louisiana, as one of his friends promised to give him a job there. He went to garage, but the owner says the vacancy is now full as you are 2 days late. He looks for job but without any luck. He finally sleeps at roadside. Just behind the road we see a wealthy old man, George. He is unlocking his car door. A mugger attacks him for money. Sonny comes at the right moment and saves his life. George is very impressed with him. After first a police registers his complaint when his beautiful wife Larissa appears. George introduced her with Sonny and asked him to come with him for dinner. As they reach home, they have dinner. George tells him he has a garage and a furnished room for him to live. He wants him to work for him as a mechanic. At night, Sonny listened to their talk. Larissa says, "We don't know anything about him. How can we keep him here?" George tells her he is just giving him a chance, as he also came here with empty pockets. She agrees. Next morning, George shows him the garage. He tells him the work and shows him a renovated car. He says, "I can't find the carburetor. I want to fix this car and gift it to Larissa." Sonny starts his work right away. Larissa seems a bit interested in him, as she looks at him from time to time while he works. Sonny is also noticing her day by day. After a few days, it becomes very evident that she is actually finding ways to look at him. One afternoon when George is out, she goes to Sonny. She tells him if he wants to work here, he must stop looking at her the way he does. He asks her why she married the old man. She says it's none of his business. Sonny tells her, "How do you know I look at you? You must be looking at me to know that I am looking at you." She goes away. At lunchtime, both of them stare at each other while George tells them a story. After lunch, George asks him to bring glasses so they can enjoy some whiskey. He takes some ice for the drink and asks Larissa if she is feeling hot as well. He then takes some ice cubes and rubs on her to make her cold. She is not resisting at all. At night, Larissa cannot sleep as she is thinking about Sonny. Sonny have an idea. He searches for carburetor online and finds a shop away from home. Next morning, he tells George about it, and he right away goes out as per Sonny's plan. Larissa goes to Sonny and asks him how long George will stay out. He says at least for 2 hours. He touches her with dirty, greasy hands, which make her white dress dirty. She instantly grabs the opportunity and spends time with Sonny alone. In her room, she feels good about what just happened between them. George comes back and calls Larissa. He shows her the car that he wants to gift her. Sonny fixes the carburetor, and the car starts. George takes it out for a ride when Sonny tells Larissa, "Don't act differently towards me or George, as this is the clear sign that we are up to something." She tells him, "You made my dress dirty." He says, "Call me next time so that I can wash it." Larissa tells him there will be no next time. At night, they drink together while George tells them a bad joke. Larissa acts as if she is getting pissed off and gets out from there. George tells Sonny about his dead son and gets emotional. As George falls asleep, Sonny goes upstairs to see Larissa. As he enters her room, she comes from behind and jumps at him as she is feeling the urge to do it. Next, they talk about their lives. Larissa tells him she was a maid in town. George came here after his wife and son died. She grabbed the opportunity and married him. She says she can run away with Sonny if she have the money. Next morning, George takes Sonny out and show him a land he bought. He wants to build a racetrack, children's park, and a mechanic shop right there. It's his dream. He wants Sonny to run the mechanic shop. As Sonny explains this to Larissa, she tells him this is the best opportunity. This is all she wants. Sonny says this is George's dream. How can you get him out of it? She tells him to kill George so that they can be together with this dream. Sonny tells her she is really bad. He don't want to kill the man who is so good, but she somehow manages to persuade him. Next morning, George shows her the blueprint of park. She is very excited as this is going to belong to her. She hugs him and gives him a kiss. Sunny is watching it from outside and getting angry. At night as she passes by, Sunny grabs her and shows his anger. He takes her inside the office where they have a private meeting.
Yes. Yeah. You want to be bad, don't you?
Yeah.
Tell me. Tell me. Are we bad people?
Yeah.
Are we bad people?
We are.
Next morning, Sunny gives an excuse to George that he needs to go back home for 2 days. George gives him a car for journey, but he actually goes and book a room in nearby motel. After some time, Larissa goes to meet him there, and they again spend some time together. Then they plan George's murder. Sunny says we should plan an accident for him. That way we will never be caught. Then the construction starts. George is busy at work while both of them are busy with each other. One morning, Sunny calls Larissa to show her something. He shows her a way so that she can come and pull the lever, which will crush George and it will be an accident. Days pass and things go smoothly for them. Finally, the day arrives when they are going to execute their plan. Sunny acts as he cannot open the screw. George goes to help him. He signals Larissa and she pulls the lever. George is dead and Sunny's hands are accidentally crushed. He tells her to go and tell people about it. Before leaving, he asks her to get rid of her blood-stained shoes. She washes them and wears the dirty shoes. She throws them outside and goes for shopping. Sunny calls her as per plan and she acts well. Police informs her everything and she acts as she is deeply hurt. Here, officer is suspecting her as she was wearing dirty shoes that doesn't fit her. Sunny and Larissa searches for the shoes. They burn them. Detective Crawford meets Sunny and introduces himself. Now Crawford is after Sunny, keeping a watch at them full time. Now Sunny tries to come closer to her, but she is ignoring him. One night he goes to her without her permission. She says we cannot do this anymore, but both of them do it again. Next morning, Crawford calls her and tells her to send Sunny, as they want to ask a few questions. While investigating, they ask him how can someone pull the lever from far away. Either you did it or both of them did it together. They leave him for now. At home, Larissa asks him if they have proofs. He says they have nothing. That's why they left him out. Soon police calls her, and they now want to investigate her. She is nervous. She tells him she is pregnant, which makes him emotional. At night, they enjoy with each other to relieve stress. Next morning, we see Sunny confessing his crime. He says I tied a rope in the lever and pulled it. She is not involved in it. Larissa wakes up and cannot find him. She is not aware about his confession yet. He left her a letter explaining she should have no contact with him now. She, along with her upcoming baby, must go away and settle somewhere quietly. She sends him letters regularly with pictures of a baby boy that looks like him. He is happy to keep it a secret as she is taking care of his baby. Here we see her taking photographs from her friend. Actually, she was not pregnant. She said that because she knew he will confess. And shockingly for us, she was having an affair with that mugger who tried to rob George. It was her plan completely. The movie